Here we have my prediction lineup for Real Madrid against Osasuna tomorrow. In goal, of course, it's going to be Thibaut Courtois, probably the best goalie for me in the world. Sure, you can say Donnarumma and you can say Allison and all that, but for me, I think Courtois is the best keeper in the world right now. Militao, when he's fit, I think he's Madrid's probably best defender. Dean Huijsen, we've seen a little bit of him, and he looked really solid in the Club World Cup, and losing him against PSG was a huge down for Real Madrid. But seeing them together, Militao coming back fit, I think there'll be a great dual partnership. And then of course with Chouameni, um, on lineup on papers is probably not going to show him as a center back, but usually what Xavi did in the Club World Cup, not really in the preseason. Those two preseason games, he actually played a back four. Um, but usually Chouameni would drop back. It'll be a back three. He'll play more of a central defender, to push it up more, and he looked really solid in the Club World Cup. So that's probably gonna be the three in the back. Left back is Pablo Carreras. For me, I was a huge fan of Fran Garcia. Fran Garcia was a player that I actually was really happy for them to bring back, and he's been for me overhated way too much. I just think Madrid had a manager that really didn't want to give players a true opportunity to show what they can improve. And when Xabi had him in the Club World Cup, he was excellent for me. Really solid, and it's a shame. I'm not saying Curry is a bad player. It's just I wish Fran Garcia really had a season to show that he could be that left back for Real Madrid. But you spend huge money on Raul Carreras, you're gonna probably have to use him. You're probably not thinking on using him as a backup. Right wing back is Trent. Him and Fede are probably gonna intertwine. Depending, I can 100% see Fede as pushing down the right side. He's done it many times. Fede is a rotational player. He can play anywhere. So him, and then Oda Guler, for me, he gets a lot of backlash, a lot of hate. For me, he towards the end, Xavi just finally, not Xavi, Ancelotti was finally starting to use Xavi, Xavi, Oda Guler, and you can see how much he impacts Real Madrid and changes the way they play, because they really do need a player like him in the starting 11. And I just don't understand why Carlos Ancelotti just didn't want to use his players. Didn't. It's a shame. Bellingham out. I could see this change. Maybe Ibrahim Diaz plays more centrally and Orta plays more back. Um, or if Franco Mustono maybe gets a start for Real Madrid. Maybe. Play Goulet more of a central and then have him as a 10, Franco. But if you do need a player like Sabalos, for me, he's really underrated for Real Madrid. He's been underrated for years now, and for me, he's a good, strong, centrally midfielder that can press and win the ball and great passing. For me, Sabalos is really such an underrated player, and I think he, this links of him going back